When it comes to stock investing, one of the things that you need to do over and over is to compare stocks. This allows you to find unique opportunities that others may not be able to see. In this video, I'm gonna share with you my favorite stock comparison tools that you can start using right now. In this way, you can have an edge when it comes to your stock investing. Most importantly, these stock comparison tools are great because you can use them to suit your specific investment preferences. Okay, so there's different types of stock comparison tools, but in this case I want to show you the ones that I highly recommend and the ones that I think are the best for anybody to use. So one of them is to use TradingView, and more specifically what I like about TradingView is the fact that they have a really good screener for stocks. So if you go products, screeners, stock, you will get access to the screener, and this is great for finding potentially good stock investment opportunities that you can then research further, and I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to use to be able to do that. But first, one of the key things here is that you have a whole bunch of markets that you can access. So in this case, let's go to the US, but you can see there's quite a bit of coverage, which is really great. You can apply. The other thing that you'll notice is that this is completely free to use and you don't need to create an account to use it. Like, I'm not logged into the platform or anything. Obviously, if you do create an account, you might have other features like being able to save screeners, download the data, etc. But the cool thing about the stock comparison tool in the screener is that you can filter the data, and here you can filter by things like price. So if I click here, it's going to show me the most expensive stocks first in terms of price per share. If I click here, it's going to show me the cheapest. I could also filter by the size of the market cap. You can of course pick different ratios like the PE ratio, and you can also add more categories. That's one of the things that I like to do the most. So for example, let's say that one of the ones that we want to do is return on invested capital, and in this case it's on a TTM basis. We're going to do that, and now we have the return on invested capital. If I click here, now I can filter and have the stocks that have the highest return on invested capital. The other cool thing about the TradingView screener is that there's different categories that you can screen for. So the one that we were looking for is valuation, so more for fundamental analysis, but there's also other types of screeners that you can take a look at. So in this case, this is a cool one. This is the dividends. If you click on here, now it gives you different categories that you can filter for, and here there's a whole bunch of other ones that you could add. Cool thing about this is that now you can filter. So in this case, the forward yield, so you can see the companies that have the highest forward yield. You could start doing some more research into them. And then of course, if you click here on a particular company, this is cool because you get chart of the company, in this case the price. You could do the candle stuff. There's technicals, there's news, there's ideas, so you can get a good overview of a particular company. But in order to do that better, we're gonna go into the next stock comparison tool that I recommend that you use. Okay, so the next stock comparison tool is YSheets. So YSheets is an add-on for Excel and Google Sheets, and the cool thing about YSheets is that once you identify potential investment opportunities, you could do more research and do in-depth financial analysis of those companies very quickly. So one of the things that you can do is, let's say we found that Apple was a potential good investment opportunity based on our screening criteria. Then all you need to do is enter the company ticker, select annual or quarterly data, and right away with YSheets on your Excel spreadsheet, you're gonna get all of the financial statements, the key metrics, growth metrics immediately. So here's the income statement. And if you scroll here, you'll see that it's quite a bit of data all at once that you can analyze. And then you have the balance sheet, you have the cash flow statement, the key metrics. But most importantly, the cool thing about YSheets is that it really allows you to compare companies side to side and to do in-depth research into a large number of companies all at once. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So what you can do with YSheets is right on your Excel or Google Sheet spreadsheet is build a large stock list like this. And of course, it could be even bigger to include hundreds and even more companies. And then after you do that, the cool thing about Wise Sheets is that it comes with the Wise and Wise Price function. So the Wise function allows you to get more company fundamentals. And so with that, what you could do is, in this case, get all of this fundamentals. So here we're selecting this particular company. We're getting the free cash flow, the net income, depreciation and amortization, capital expenditures, and enterprise value. And we're getting this on a TTM basis. And so once you have this formula, you can drag it down to get the data for all these different companies. With this data, you can perform any type of analysis that you like. So in this case, you see here that this is one of the calculations that is done. And then here, there's a whole bunch of metrics that can be done on top of that. And that's for the Wise function. So that allows you to get more key metrics, company fundamentals. But with the Wise Price function, you can get real-time data. So if I click here, Wise Price function, you can see how it works here. And by the way, we have entire tutorials on this on our channel that you can check out. I just want to give you a brief overview. And then if you press on refresh data, what you're going to see is that the data will automatically update for you, and you will always have the latest data available at your fingertips. The cool thing about this is that you can compare companies in any way you like. Like, this is just one of the ways, and I'm going to show you another one. So here's another example that shows how you can compare companies. So we have the list of companies in this case right here. And then this are metrics on a TTM basis. So you can see this for all these different companies using the Wise function. In this case, these are real-time metrics using the Wise Price function. And here we have some other metrics as well. The cool thing about this is that, as you can imagine, if I change one of the companies from Apple to Salesforce, what's going to happen is that automatically all of the data will update. And on top of this, you can build graphs and any other types of ways that you can analyze companies and data in Excel. The last stock comparison tool that I recommend is Seeking Alpha. And I like Seeking Alpha because you can go ahead and, let's say that you found a good investment opportunity. So in this case, let's say that that was Apple. The cool thing about this is that once you do your own analysis and your own research, you can go ahead and look for analysis on the company and kind of sanity check your own assumptions and your own analysis. So there might be some bullish articles and there might be some bearish. So I like to look at the different articles, the different opinions. And so as you can see right here, there's an article that talks about specific things about Apple. And in this case, here's another one. And here's another one. As you can see, the one thing that is a little bit annoying is that they don't necessarily let you access some of this content without becoming a premium subscriber. I do have a way that I want to share with you that you can use to access this content for free. So as you can see, this is a website that you can check out. And what it does is that it allows you to access content that is paywall. So for example, let's say we want to analyze this article. So we copy, paste the link, paste it right here, remove paywall. And then what's going to happen is that now we can finally read the article without having to become a premium subscriber. So here it is, the information. You can scroll down. There's data presented, which is pretty cool. Some data here as well. And overall, you can see the analysis that is performed by this particular analyst and get a better idea of whether or not your analysis makes sense or it doesn't. Now you know the best stock comparison tools that you can use right now. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications on so that way you get notified every time we release a new video like this. And trust me, we're working on a lot of really good content. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.